All right, now we're gonna start on our intermediate stretches. So the first thing we wanna stretch is our quads. There's two ways to do that. The first way is to get your foot and pull it behind you, try to touch it to your bottom. Oh, try also not to fall over, that helps. And this isn't very much of a stretch for me because I guess my quads are pretty flexible. So a stretch that I like to do is the second one. It gets more of a stretch for me. And you get down on the ground and you get your calves right next to the upper part of your legs, and then you want to lean back as far as you can in the stretch, and your goal is to get your back to touch the ground. So you lean, and that's a nice stretch. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to do a cross leg stretch. So we're going to put both feet on the ground and our back on the ground, and we're going to get one foot and cross it and rest our ankle right below our knee on this leg, and then we're going to pull this leg up, and you should feel a stretch about right in here. And don't pull too hard, you don't want to push yourself, but enough to where you can get a good stretch, and you want to make sure you do it on both legs. Alright, next we want to do a hamstring stretching laying down. So we're going to lay down on our back, and we're going to bring our knee to our chest and pull that as far as close as you can, and then you want to straighten your leg and pull that way, and you want to make sure that your knee stays straight, and you want to pull down as far as you can, and your goal is to get it on your chest also. I don't particularly like this stretch very much because it hurts my back for some reason, but make sure you do it on both legs and as far as you can, but you don't want to push yourself, you don't want to hurt yourself. So the next thing we want to do is hip flexor stretch. So with this one, I recommend not doing it on brick because brick's kind of rough on your knees, but that's all I have right now. So you want to make sure that you're making 90-degree angles and you have like a box right here. So your knee needs to be directly above your ankle, and this knee should be right below your hip. So you want to put your arm resting on your leg. You want to get this arm and stretch it over, and you should feel stretch right in here, and stretch, and then do it on both sides. You want to make sure you have that nice box. This is when a friend can help, because a friend can tell you if your legs are in the right position. If not, you can get a mirror, or you can look. I guess I'm not sure how easy that would be, but you want to do that, and then stretch over and get a nice stretch out of that. The next thing we want to do is lunges, and this is going to really help us with our splits. This is what helps me the most when I'm about to do splits. So the first thing you want to do is just a regular lunge. Make sure this knee is directly above, and your back foot should be up on the ball of your feet, and have your hands out in front of you. And if you feel comfortable, you can bring your arms up, have them behind your head, and stretch this way. Next, you want to straighten both your legs and lean forward like this. After you stretch this for about 30 seconds to 2 minutes, you want to go down and try to straighten out your back leg. And a good place to put your hands for this stretch is on your hips, because you can push down and get more of a stretch out of it that way. Next thing you want to do is you want to bend your back leg and keep your front leg straight, and bend forward that way. And then you want to go forward and get your back leg, and pull it towards you, and make sure that's right above your knee, That's why I should have a friend here helping me. Next thing you want to do is bend your front knee and straighten out your back leg. And then you want to lean forward. Alright, after you have that done, you want to do the froggy, which I'm going to have to pull a rug out to help me with this one because it really hurts my knees if I do it on brick. So if you have brick in your house when you're stretching, you might want to find a rug or a blanket or something soft so you don't end up hurting your knees a lot. So when you do the froggy, you want to lean forward and try to spread your knees or your legs as far as you can like this, and bend your legs, and then lean forward and try to lean down. And then after you do this pose for 30 seconds, try to straighten one of your legs out and stretch like that. And then do it on both sides. And that helps with when you're doing your middle splits. Another good thing to do after your froggy, and this is one of the favorite things I like to do because you can just relax and you don't have to think about stretching yourself too much, is stretching against a wall. And there's two ways to do it. One way is you can just lean against or face the wall and try to get close like this. And what I like to do is if I have a friend over, they can push you closer to the wall and get you into a deeper stretch. And I prefer to do that this one when I have a friend. That way I can get more of a stretch out of it. If I'm doing this by myself, then it's easier to lay down and get your bottom touching the wall and then drop your legs. And you just lay here and gravity, oh my voice cracked, gravity will pull your legs down and you can sit here, you can listen to music, read a book, do whatever you want, and just sit in the stretch, and every once in a while move your feet down a little bit so you get more of a stretch in it, and flex and point, and then when you're done with it, just slide out, and there you go. So remember quads, your cross leg when you pull, hamstrings when you're laying down, hip flexor, you want to make sure that you make a box, not a diamond or anything. You want to make sure you make a box so that way all your legs are in the right spot. You want to do your lunges. Remember, lunges are really important for your splits, froggy, and the wall splits. And that does it for our intermediate stretching.